I wanted to share the Good and Beautiful History Year 1 curriculum. I am so excited. They just launched this and they're going to be working on years 2, 3, and 4 coming up in the next year or so. So if you go to their website, this is History Year 1, so it'll be under the History tab or wherever. And then you can get the set, so it comes with the course book, and then it comes with the history stories, and then the time tunnel review cards, and the maps and images. So that's the History Year 1 course set, those 4 things. And then for each student, you're going to want to order the student set that comes with the Student Explorer book and the timeline book. So they have it really easy on their website to figure all that out. But this is great to do. If you have one kiddo, cool. But right now I have 2. So it works out perfect. You just buy the course set right here of these 4 things. And then I bought 2 of the student kits. So we have 2 timeline books and 2 student explorers. And they have one for grades 3 through 6. And then they have one for grades 7 and 8. So, and then that way it helps because the 7th and 8th grade, they have, obviously for older kids and more things that they can learn and do. And so anyway, I just want to show you, this is the course book, and let me get that out of there. So you can see all this on their website as well. But here's the table of contents. So basically to do this, there are 60 lessons for the year. So this is a whole year of history. And so you can just do two history lessons a week, and you'll be able to finish it in 30 weeks. So it's really nice. They tell you all about that. But it goes over ancient history, Middle Ages and Renaissance, French and Indian War through the Revolutionary War, Victorian era, the history of flight, and the Cold War. And then they're very clear about everything. That's why I love the Good and Beautiful. They tell you exactly what you need. It all comes, the stuff that I'm showing you right now. And then it talks about the course. And then it shows you supplies if you need any at all. The Good and Beautiful curriculum is very simple to use. Oh my gosh. So like, for instance, the first one, you look at, tells you the items needed. Then you just sit down. The beautiful thing about the Good and Beautiful is that you just sit down with it. They've done all the prep work for you. Sometimes you have to gather a couple items or whatever. It's like the science. If you like their science, you'll love the history. So it's the same setup. And it shows you what you read through. It shows you what books, if you're going to need. It shows you when you're going to use the history timeline, when you're going to use the student books. It tells you everything out there. So anyway, they have some beautiful, these are all the lessons. And this is just the course book, but still, it's really nice. Okay, so that's the course book. Then, to go with it, when you are going to read the stories that need to correlate with the lessons, you have this big fat book. I'll just show you a glimpse into this table of contents. It's hard to do this with video, but see, beautiful artwork. And the cool thing about this is you can either read it aloud with your kids, or maybe if they're older, they can take turns reading it out loud if you want to practice their reading out loud skills. Or if you wanted to just sit, and on the Good and Beautiful app, there is a access code right there, and then you can have audio read to the kids. So isn't that awesome? So I'm just gonna flip through, has all the history stories to go with that lesson. So it's really beautiful artwork. Very nice. I love it. So that's just a glimpse. Could probably thumb through it, but I'm holding the wrong hand. Using the wrong hand to hold. There, it's just beautiful. So that is the big book of stories to go with there. And then this is the maps and images book. And so this It shows you right in the front here. It shows you for all the lessons when you're going to need to use the maps. And then there's punch out cards that you'll need for these lessons. So it goes over the continents, of course. Everything that you're going to be learning in the history is going to be here. So once again, beautiful artwork. So much. Okay, and these are the punch out cards. So it gives the facts on the back, and then they're used for those lessons. And terms that you would need to know or memorize. There you go. So those are the maps and images for it. And then these are the time tunnel review cards. So it shows you right inside the color coding. So it shows you for year 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're going to be using these for all 4 years. And these are a glimpse to them. So on the front, it'll have all the pictures, and it'll have all the facts on the back. So for year 1, you'll be using these. Very interesting. I love this. So just to kind of show you. And then it shows the facts on the back. So you can be using these for review for the whole year, all 4 years. So it comes in this sturdy container because you'll need it to keep it for the 4 years. But that's that. And then, so that goes over the course book and the book of stories, maps and images, and the review cards. So in the student set, they'll just have these 2 things. So they have their individual, each student will need to get their own set because they're consumable, obviously. So it's just like the science. Here's the table of contents. This is just like the science ones where the kids, when there's an activity or a hands-on thing that they need to do, this will be in their book for the lesson. And the book shows you everything, super easy, but it has fun. There's some experiments you can do, worksheets, whatever it is that is just fun and engaging for the kids as they learn. So that's super fun and handy. And then the timeline book. This is also something you're going to be keeping for all 4 years. So this is fun. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Mystery of History, if you're familiar with that. So these fold out. And then they have the color-coded for the cards, just like the review for the years. So that way it keeps it easy. And there you go. And then at the back, you have the stickers. So each year you have it divvied out. Year 1 stickers, year 2, like that. So it's perfect. And the ones that don't have stickers, you can just look at or look up more information on it, or they give you fun facts, just so it's not like 5 million stickers is too much. It's just like the main things that they do. So it's perfect. And here's the glossary for the timeline. There's a lot. Anyway, it's very, very handy. So each kid will have their own. So this they'll keep for all 4 years, and then you'll keep these review cards. So I'm really excited. This looks very, very thorough, but fun, because sometimes history can be very boring. And I love how they include God in here. So there's not, for denominations and all that stuff, that's not your job. That's not their job. Your job as a parent. So that's what I like about the Good and Beautiful is like, they leave that to the parent. So what they do is just have good moral character and like things like honesty, things like good morals, and then appreciating God's handiwork and nature and everything. So anyway, I'm really excited to do this with them, and go and check it out.